right over here I've got a rice cooker, and I'm going to go ahead and turn it on. Now you only need 3 cups water to every 2 cups of rice. So that's if you're just going to make plain rice. What I'm going to do is we're going to make a chicken broth, and then we're going to use that to make rice. You can also use it to start soup, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically make like a chicken flavored rice. I won't go through the whole process with the rice, but basically you can use a pot or you can use a rice cooker because it'll still come to a boil. And you know, here's basically what it boils down to: is you just take these chicken bones, you know, you put them in there, and you're basically going to create a soup stock. And you're going to let the chicken come to a boil. Now the reason I have about 5 cups of water here is because some of it's going to evaporate. So while this is starting to heat up, I'm going to start with some onions. And believe it or not, there are different types of knives. This flat bottom knife is for chopping vegetables and whatever. This over here is a fillet knife. You can see it's shaped different. So if you try to cut with it, it's not going to get a nice, you know, flat surface there. So essentially you can cut the cut up your onions to a nice small size. I like to have them a nice small size when I'm going to use it for a soup. I like it in big pieces if I'm going to use it for stir fry, because I like the taste of the onion when it's fried. So we're going to start with a good healthy amount of onion. The next thing you're going to want besides onion is garlic. There's a couple different ways to get the shell off of garlic. What I did was I just kind of rolled them in my hand like that. You can also put it in a cup and just cover the cup with your hand and bang it around a bit, you know, for about 20-30 seconds. And when you take them out, these shells pretty much start falling off all by themselves. The other way, which is the way that my mom does it, is she'll just take the heel of her hand and smash it, and then the shell just kind of separates. Actually, this one already had the shell off of it. Okay, so let's see, here's one with a shell. Yeah, there. So you just kind of smack it, the shell gets loose, and then you got the garlic. Now what I've also done, that because I'm, you know, kind of lazy, is you can get garlic that's already pre-minced, and I really like it because you just stick the spoon in there and, you know, the garlic's in a juice and it's all ready to go. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to put some garlic in there. And when you're cooking chicken, to me, you almost can't have too much garlic and onion, because it really does add a great flavor to it. And again, all we have in here is the chicken bones and the little bit of meat. It's basically just that little bit of meat there that we're going to be drawing the flavor from. Next thing you need is salt. And again, you can be very liberal when it comes to salt with chicken. So that's about maybe, I don't know, a teaspoonful. One thing about me, when I started cooking, I just refused to really measure anything. My mom never measured anything. She just measures it in her hand. It's just the way I do it. Now you've got garlic, you got salt, you got the chicken bones, and you can let this come to a boil. You know, of course it'll boil faster if you cover it. You can also add, if you have the long green onions, you can chop those in little pieces, you know, and put those here. But this is the basics, you know. Actually, it wouldn't hurt to have a bit of pepper. So we'll put some pepper. Now, what we're going to do is, and I won't wait till all of this, but essentially what we're going to do is we're going to bring this to a boil, and then let it just boil that meat, and you'll be able to smell it. It just smells really good. It smells like chicken soup. But it's a chicken broth is what it is. And then once the meat is completely, you know, kind of softened up and you kind of wiggle it around, we're going to take the bones out, and the resulting broth some of that water is going to evaporate, and then we're just simply going to add rice, put the lid on, and let it cook normal. I mean, rice cookers are really simple. I mean, you know, anybody can do it. If you can operate a microwave, you can operate a rice cooker. Again, it's 3 cups water to 2 cups rice. We're starting with about 5 cups water because we're going to evaporate some of it as we boil these chicken bones. So I'm going to go ahead and cover it. I'll do the rice later, but essentially that's all there is to it. All right, it's been about 15 minutes, and as you can see, I took the wishbones out earlier, but the meat that was on the bone, the little bit that was there, it's pretty much falling off, and I'm just using this fork to kind of flake off the little bit that's there. Pretty easy, just kind of rub it. And you would think that there's not much there from just, you know, some empty bones, but I wish you could smell it. You can always see kind of the oil there between the onions, the garlic, the salt, and the chicken. You know, we got a pretty decent little chicken broth going here. So what I'm going to do is these bones and let them cool off a little, and then I'm basically going to toss them out over the fence, and some lucky dog or cat can have it. It'll even be cooked up. So now here, all we've really got is little bits of chicken, the chicken flavor, chicken bone flavor, I guess. The marrow has some flavor, some onions, some garlic, some salt. And now, I've probably got just a little bit more than 3 cups still of water here. But that's okay. That's the beauty of a rice cooker, is that the excess water is going to just boil away. And then all that's going to be left is the chicken flavor and the rice. Now, because I have a little bit extra water, normally it would be 2 cups rice to 3 cups water. So there's 1 cup. There's my 2nd cup of rice. But because I have a little bit extra water, I'm going to go ahead and add just a little bit more rice. And you know, it's going to absorb. There's no real like secret about rice. Basically what's happening is you're taking it, bringing it to a boil so that the water can permeate into the rice. Of course, then it's going to expand, and whatever water you don't need to accomplish that is going to evaporate away. And it doesn't matter how much rice you're cooking. When you have rice and water, the rice cooker is using the weight to keep it turned on, the heating coil. So essentially, once the water boils away and all you have left is rice, it weighs less, so the spring pushes it up, turns off the heating element, and just keeps it warm. So we're just going to let it do its thing. Again, that's the magic of a rice cooker. You basically just push the button, it knows what to do, and when it's all finished, you got rice. Okay, it's been about 20 minutes, and the rice cooker's gone through its whole cycle and boiled off all the excess water. So now, of course, all the onion and garlic floats to the top. So now what we have is rice. We can just kind of stir it up, you know, and mix in the onion and the garlic, and then we're all set. So essentially that's it. Use the bones to make a chicken broth, and then use that to make some chicken flavored rice. And in the next video, what we'll do is we'll look at what we're going to do with 2 chicken breasts to make something tasty. All right, that's about it for now, and hope it helps. See you later.